Tech time. Welcome back. It's good to see you. We got to talk. Let's get it.
Burst protocol has pretty much arrived. Let's just call it what it is. It's time to get into talking about some techs that can specifically impact this new meta. Not so much the new decks. I want to talk about a little bit of the decks that already exist and then kind of go from there, while also bringing up cards that do exist inside of decks that are going to exist even more so, like EXOSISTER. Being able to have a card like this inside of it as well that can also help you to search, because it's 800 defense. I know it's not going to be the most crazy thing, but I just wanted to talk about that because Thunder King is like my favorite card ever. Another one of my favorite cards I wanted to talk about is Danko Seka. Danko specifically has always kind of historically been based inside of decks that really don't have a normal summon, and I'm playing a deck like ENNEACRAFT, for example, right now that also doesn't have a normal summon, so I could tech it if I want to, and there's plenty of other cards that I could also try in this spot, but I wanted to try out Danko specifically for myself, as well as kind of mention this to you guys for any of you that are playing a deck that doesn't have a normal, because since 2016 that's what it's been doing. It definitely fell off because of Nib for obvious reasons and other hand traps, but now that you can pretty much combine it with a board breaker inside of new metas, I definitely feel like it's going to kind of drift back into the meta and definitely be a problem. I also, being around so many branded players, would be remiss in not mentioning a card like Alba, simply because there are so many dragons that are about to exist, like Dragon Link getting its new support, as well as just being flat out good inside of a Draco Tail match. I mean, not only can you set a Fallen of Albaz on the field and then delete your opponent's entire board because you can contact Secretarion, to even doing something crazy like using the Lubellion that you use most of the time inside of your games to then put all your dragons back into the deck, which I was told about by one of our subscribers. Pretty sure you can just contact fuse their stuff, but that's besides the point. Absolutely deleting Dragon Link I feel like is too hilarious to not absolutely mention. The last two cards are pretty much a level up on the spice scale in my opinion, and let's talk about why. A card like Magic Deflector can help turn the entire tide of a game, because if you can't keep up with the pace of this deck, which I do feel like it is a top 3 or 4 to 5 deck, then being able to just turn their turn off by skipping all of the cards that are in their archetype, I feel like that's pretty good. And I feel like people have forgotten about this card, so I had to mention it. Last but not least, with all this burst protocol stuff right around the corner, as well as just Cool Tune getting a wave of support in the future that's just going to help pick it up even more, I definitely feel like it's time to mention a card like Naturia Rose Whip, which you may have forgotten about because it's a forgotten about tech that always kind of pops up inside of plant decks, but this time it's popping up because it's a tuner that can be special summoned. How so? By using the effect of Cool Tune Q, you get to special summon it. It's that simple. And it's only locking your opponent. Just saying. There's probably many more things that I could mention, like Shadal's maybe popping back up into Draco Tail lists and all that stuff, but that's besides the point. You guys are seeing all this stuff because you've been testing, and Burst Protocol is right around the corner. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm out. Arrivederci. A ciao.